NovaTitanProductions.
Hello and welcome to Shogun 2 battle number 3. I'm on a different map here now with more veteran units. Still got the gold mask here. It's been helping me out actually in some other battles that aren't going to be reported here. You can see that in my other Shogun 2 Avatar Conquest playlist, which has unedited footage of that. Okay, so my opponent is sending a detachment, not a small detachment actually, to the left building. He's hoping to monopolize all three buildings. That just is not going to happen because I'm not going to be camping. I'm actually going to move forward and try to engage this building up ahead as well as the building in the middle. And as I didn't know that you could cross the body of water at this point, so he sends it over. So he's actually going for all three buildings again. This one single unit on the third building on the left. I'm going for the middle building with most of my detachment, and then I'm going for the right building as well for my rear detachment. So I've already separated my units. He sees that I'm way ahead of the third building, which was going to happen, and he changes his mind, sends his unit back across the water. And this is the part where I start kind of messing up micro-wise, since I'm a noob still, that I was overextended my army again, and I'm sending it forward. I changed my mind. Instead of going safe and getting the middle building and defending, I decide to, hey, what the fuck, I should just get these units here that are rushing forward, even though my units are more tired than his at this point. And then I change my mind here and go back down, but all the while I'm actually click dragging, so all my units are tired, more tired than his. Even though he has captured the third building, I have no buildings captured, so no benefit so far. And as long as he sends a single unit in the boundaries, like a control point, on the building radius, then I cannot capture it. So, and he knows this, which is why he's trying to stop the capture. More click dragging going on. I'm trying to charge my cavalry, knowing that they're reloading, but behind his unit of volleys, he has another gunpowder unit. I didn't know he's going to fire on his own soldiers, but you know, it's worth the sacrifice seeing that I have a bunch of cavalry stacked up there. So on the left, it did route my unit over there on the left from the gunpowder, and as well as units on the right. He have created a kind of like a staggered kind of formation where, even though it's not a hill, the units behind the first line of gunpowder units are there for fodder, and then the ones behind will shoot anyone in front, which is a pretty cool tactic. I mean, that has existed, so. Yeah, that has existed in history as well as the history of Total War game. Here, I'm desperately trying to kind of balance the army here, I see. Trying to counteract the losses I've made. And you cannot be so desperate and emotional in Total War game. If you are in any strategy or tactical game where you let the emotions get the best of you, you're not going to make the right choices. For one, I should have reformed my lines, since I do have the buildings, and then rest my units, make him come. But I go hyper aggro, which is the case when I see that I overestimate my advantage by having two buildings. And number two, I try to counteract the losses I've made fighting his gunpowder units. You see here, my right flank is getting destroyed. All the while, my reserve on the left, they're maintaining, and they could if my right flank didn't get destroyed. But with this, it's basically the end of the battle. Hello and welcome to battle number 4 of the Shogun 2 Avatar Conquest series, and this is actually one of the first battles where I am the host. I make rice fields and I go full fog, full visibility is fucked up, so that I can beat people with funny ass troll tactics where I can see the units but he can't. He has bad vision. I'm really good at seeing through fog back then, 2019, so. And it usually does work out, and this is actually how I later meet Uesugi, or Junior from New York, the Dominican guy, and we end up playing really good games in the co-op. So I've tried to monopolize all three. He sees it really late, so I already had an advantage here. The left side on the minimap, where he's heading with one unit, he could stop that even now, but the other two are lost. They're basically mine. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, but it's too late.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
Danger, my lord. So, yep, it's basically done for on the left side of the minimap. He kind of sees that he desperately sent a detachment to the right side of the minimap, which I didn't really foresee, but it doesn't matter because they're super outnumbered. Now he will send his main army to the middle or the left. That's what I'm assuming.
Our men are running from the battlefield! Shameful display!
So after having made sure that no other hidden reinforcements or ninjas, Kisho ninjas are coming, and also secluding his scouting units, I am now taking the offensive instead of camping. I'm going to take the offensive and try to surround his units, not only from a tactical point, but also a numbers point. At this point, I completely outnumber his units, and unless he is complete veteran units, he's fucked. And with all buff 3 buildings, it's kind of a GG already situation.
Our men are running from the battlefield! Shameful display!
He does manage to desperately cling on. He does have some strong units there in the forest. The forest is great for reducing the impact of cavalry charges, which is what he had planned, and it does work in that aspect, but there is absolutely no way he's going to be able to kill this swarm of bees that are coming here. And any of my routing units, most of them are going to be not fully shattered, so they're going to come back. All of them are going to come back. Yep, so now that his main fodder are dead, I'm just gonna send in against his rested units. I could literally not send them in and be a troll, but back in 2019 I was not as patient, so I just sent them forward. That's end.